Today at Erie MetroParks, we're going to be tapping our maple trees. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting a small hole into the tree to put in a spile, and then that spile will eventually have the sap run down into our collection, whether it's a bag, bucket, pipeline, or something, and then we will take that sap and move it inside to boil off to get your maple syrup. When you're tapping your maple trees, there are a few things you want to do. First, you're gonna have to watch the weather because you're basically having to watch the rise and the fall of the freeze and thaw throughout the evenings into the day. So the ideal temperatures you want below freezing at night, so 32 and lower, but nothing that's going to be like a deep freeze for days or anything like that. And then 38, 45 up into those temperatures during the day. And if you get a good balance of a rise and fall continually, you'll get good sap flow throughout the tree. So, late January all the way up into March can be a normal season. And sometimes it extends a little further in both directions. The basic tools you would need, depending on the size spile you would need, we go with a 5/16 spile. So we take a 5/16 spile. You'd need a drill. You can either use a hand drill or a power drill. Obviously your collection apparatus, whether it's a bucket, a bag, it really just depends on you. You can use milk jugs. There's a whole variety of different things that you could use. So this is a very, very simple way that people can go into their own backyards and utilize the resources that they have, right outside. So when we're deciding which trees to use, the first thing you want to do is you want to take a general look at the tree, check out its health, make sure that the tree is generally healthy, make sure there's no big broken off branches where there's a lot of decay and different things. It's a healthy tree that you're tapping. You're not introducing more stress to that tree than it already has. Anything above 10 inches in diameter would be ideal to tap. So and the bigger you get, so 18 inches, you can put 2 taps in, 24, you can put 3 taps in, so it depends there. And then when we're going to tap the tree, we want to find a nice good spot on the side of the tree. There's not a ton of bark. It's to where you can actually hang the bucket after you put, or the bag, whichever you decide to use. When you're drilling, you want to do a slight angle upwards. And the reason why we want to do that is because if you were to go down or straight in, the sap can pull up and won't run down your spile very well. You want to go about 1 inch to maybe 1.5 inches, depending on the size of your tree. Obviously, the bigger tree you have, you don't want to go really past that sapwood into the heartwood, because then you can really start to damage your tree. So you're going to go past the bark into the sapwood, not too deep. So all trees produce sap or some type of resin, and maple trees tend to be the best to use because maple trees have a higher sugar content, hence why you get the name the sugar maple. So you can tap really almost any type of maple with the exception of a Norway maple because they have a small amount of latex in there, but the sugar content in maples varies from about 2% in your sugar maple all the way down to about a little below 1% for different varieties of maples.